I'm back with another video. It's gonna be a story time. This actually happened Monday when I went to go get the Bath & Body Works collection. I actually saved somebody from getting their phone stolen. So, and the person that took the phone did it right in front of me. So, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. On the way going to the mall, the sun was like beating down, and because the transitions, I didn't realize that my transitions were rubbing off at the time, and I didn't realize it until last night. That's why I called the eye doctor today to make the appointment, but to go in and get them fixed. But the sun was like beating down, like everywhere we went the sun was like in my eyes, and because I'm so small, it's like I'm so small that I'm smaller than the visor that comes down to, you know, to protect you from the sun. So the sun was in my eyes, and because I thought, okay, well, I have my glasses on, you know, it's gonna protect me from the sun. Well, it didn't, because the transitions were rubbing off, and it was like in my eye. It was in my face the entire trip up to the mall. Like, it was in my face, and I was getting a headache, I was getting nauseous, I was feeling dizzy the whole ride up there. And that's what happens when I'm in the sun. You know, when I first walk outside, I get an instant headache. If the light is too bright, like at night, if I have my light on at night, my bedroom light is so bright that it gives me a headache. So I gotta, you know, I rather, you know, I want to get like a lamp. So, you know, at night, if I want some light, I can just flip on the lamp, and I don't have to worry about my light giving me a headache. But so the sun was like in my face the entire ride up there. So we decided, well, let's just go into McDonald's System Mars. You know, we left here like at 6:30. We picked up my boyfriend, and we went to McDonald's instead for breakfast, just to wait until the mall opened or whatever. So we went in there, and he went and he ordered the food, and I'm sitting there, and the sun's in my eye, but we always sit in the same spot, and it's away from just everyone, because I don't like being around a lot of people, so I like to be in like a small area by myself or whatever. So I'm sitting in this one area that I always sit at, but the sun is like beating down, and it's in my face again, and I'm just like, what is going on? Why can't I get away from the sun today? It's like beating down on me for some reason or another. Like, I was like getting annoyed. So I went to, you know, I grabbed my purse. I went to get up to go, but my boyfriend was bringing back the food, and he's like, do you want to just switch spots with me instead of just moving? Do you want to just switch spots with me? And I said, okay. So I switch with him. I sit on the other side, and I'm away from the sun. So I'm sitting there, and as soon as I sit down, here comes this guy. Hi. He's on drugs, some type of drug. I don't know what it is. He's on some type of drug, and he's going around, he's asking everybody for money so he can get something to eat. And he comes up to me, and he's like, oh, do you have money? And I said no. he walks past me, right? He walks past me and he brushes up against my leg as he's walking by me. So something told me this guy is up to no good. This guy is going to do something stupid. I need to be aware of my surroundings. So as soon as he walked in, I knew he was up to no good. But when he brushed up against my leg, that's when I really paid attention, because I'm like, he's looking around and there's this guy that's in the table in front of us and he's sleeping. This guy's sleeping. He has his headphones in his ear. He fell asleep. And the guy keeps walking back and forth past us. And he keeps looking over at the guy. And he has his phone out on the table. And he has his earphone in his ear and he's sleeping. And he's walking past the table, walking back. And I'm watching him look over at this guy. I guess he's seen me watching him. And I guess he didn't care, or he just thought, well, she's not going to say anything, because I acted very intimidated, because someone on drugs like that makes me really nervous, because you don't know what their intentions are. You don't know if they were flip. You don't know how desperate they are. Maybe they might need money for another hit or something. So you don't know what they could do, and I was getting really nervous. And as my boyfriend is faced, he has his back turned against the guy. He has his back turned and we're eating or whatever, and I watch him go over and he's like looking over like this at the guy and takes the guy's phone, and he has the guy's phone in his hand and walks by me. And I'm like, he just took that guy's phone. And I'm sitting there, I'm waiting, I look behind me and I see the guy walk out the door, and I'm like really, really nervous. I'm like, this is not good. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to get involved because it's none of my business. But if this guy wakes up and he's missing his phone, it's gonna cause problems, and we're going to be one of the first people he goes to because we're sitting right there, So I go and I tell my boyfriend, I'm like, he just took that man's phone. He taps the guy and says, hey, that guy just took your phone. And they both, because my boyfriend's just that type of guy, he gets himself involved in situations to help other people. That's just, he wants to help people, and he got himself involved. Him and the other guy went running after this guy, and the guy's like yelling, give me my phone, and my boyfriend's standing right there, and he tells him, look, where's the phone, and the guy's like looking at him, and he's like, oh, I threw it over there in the bush. And the guy goes and he gets his phone, and I guess seeing my boyfriend and seeing this guy, standing right there, the guy felt really intimidated, and he's like, if I don't give him his phone, they're gonna beat the crap out of me. And my boyfriend is the type of person, he just doesn't care. He'll throw down for any reason. Like he's just that way, if he'll get himself involved in situations that has nothing to do with him, if he's helping somebody out, that's just him. And after, like, he came back in, right? He came back in, and the guy had already got his phone. They were making a ruckus, and they're yelling, and they're arguing back and forth. And I'm shaking, because I moved. I got up, I got all my stuff, and I moved to the other side of the restaurant. And I'm sitting there, and I'm shaking, because everybody's yelling, and everybody's upset, or whatever. And my boyfriend's just telling me, relax, just eat your food, just relax. He's not going to do anything because I'm right here. And, when he came in, the guy asked me, was it this guy that took my phone? I said, yes, that's the guy that took your phone. And then the guy was looking at me and looking at my purse, and that's when my boyfriend walked up in front of him and said, I think you need to walk the other way. You need to walk that way. I think by the sun shining in my face, I think that was a sign of me to, you know, a sign for me to like do something good. It was like my time to like, you know, because it was like it was shining in my face the entire ride up there. And then as soon as I sit down in the same spot I always sit at, and it's in the perfect spot, like the sun never shines through that window, hardly ever. And that day the sun was shining right through the window, right where I'm sitting at, and I had to move because I was getting another headache. So as soon as I moved, that's when this guy came in, all drugged up, and took this guy's phone. And I actually saved this guy from getting his phone stolen. I actually saved the whole restaurant from getting really angry and upset and, you know, and everything, because, you know, I think it was just my time to just do something good. And I think, you know, it was just, you know, because, you know, I'm the type of person where it's like, I don't want to get myself involved in situations like that, because then I feel like I'm a target because I'm a snitch. And it's like, you know, when someone is on drugs like that and you act like that and you're like, you call someone out like that, then they want to target you. They might just take your bag. They might hit you. They might, you know, you don't know what people, you know, what their intentions are when they're on drugs, you know. And this guy was completely out of it, like, just, and I'm just so glad that I actually did something good. And, you know, I called my dad and I told my dad what was going on, what happened, and he said, yeah. He said, you were meant to save that guy from getting his phone taken, because, you know, my boyfriend was sitting on the other side in front, and when that guy walked in, you know, he's not going to do anything when another guy is sitting right there. My boyfriend is 6'1", and he's like over like, he's like 245 pounds. So it's like, he's not going to do anything when someone that big is sitting right there, you know, he's not going to do anything. But then as soon as I made that move, I seen everything happen, you know, in front center. So, he was looking, when he came in, he was looking to grab something. He had that desperate look in his face. He was looking around. He was going through everybody's table, looking at everybody's things, just looking to take something. And my purse was sitting right there, you know, and, you know, he could have just easily taken my purse. And, you know, I just, you know, I just feel good that I helped somebody out. And yeah, so that was my story time. It was very exciting yet very intimidating for me. It caused me a lot of anxiety, a lot of paranoia, but I'm glad that I did the right thing and I helped this guy out, because if that guy would have woken up, he would have targeted us, you know. He would have said, hey, you know, you're sitting right there, you didn't see anything, you know. And I knew that I had to say something. And yeah, so that was my story time. That happened Monday actually. And yeah, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, comment, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.